Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you that how basically you can build a very simple form validation inside your Flask application using Jinja2 template. So you will see we have a very basic form which we will enter username, password and a login button, and if I basically don't enter any detail out there, and if I try to click on the login button, it will show me this error messages. So these error messages are coming from Bootstrap library. So you will see these alert messages which are saying that please enter your username, password. If I enter the username, don't enter the password, then also this error will stay, please enter your password. If I enter the password but don't enter the username, please enter your username. And if I enter all the details out there, click on login, you will see login successful. So basically this is the form validation project, guys. We will be building this tutorial here. So it's a very basic one, and it's a client side tutorial, and inside Python Flask web framework. So if you want to show these error messages inside your Jinja2 template in Python Flask, this is a tutorial. All the source code, guys, I have given in the description of the live stream. So basically you can go to the description and copy paste all the source code that I will be showing you in this tutorial. So now let's get started by building this application. So basically, guys, we need to install the Flask module inside your system. So wherever you are developing your application, we have using pip command, pip install Flask. So basically this will install this library inside your system. I have already done that. So now we will start from scratch. Let me delete this. So first of all, just make a simple app.py file, guys, inside your root directory. So just make app.py, and basically inside this file, guys, first of all we will import the Flask module, and from that we will import Flask here, and we will also import the render template and the request, and also we will be importing the redirect and URL2, URL for underscore for. And here we will make a new Flask app like this, providing like this inside this argument like this, and we will start this application like this. This is the basic syntax of starting a Flask application. App.run and debug is equal to true. If you want to have a hot reload, if you make any sort of changes, it will automatically restart your application. Now we will make a simple route, guys. We will allow the user, if the user opens a home route, basically what sort of we will simply say methods. Either this can be a get request or it can be a post request. So in both the scenarios we will handle this. So we will define basically a function here which is called as login. So this function will automatically occur, guys, whenever the user has open this route, this home route. So here we will basically compare if the request method, either it's a post request or a get request. So let's suppose if it's a post request, in that case we will handle this. But if it is basically a get request, in that case basically what we will do, we will have a else scenario, and in that case we will basically return the template, which is render template we will use, and here we will simply render the template which will login.html. So right here you can simply put something here, print statement, this is post request. So now we just need to basically create this template. So just create a templates folder, and here you need to create this login.html. So just create this, and basically, guys, inside this will be a simple login form, and basically for doing this we will use some Bootstrap for styling it. So just after the title, paste the CDN for Bootstrap, and right here, guys, after this we will give a container class of Bootstrap to the body tag, and here you will say form validation in Flask, and in Bootstrap there is a class of text center in order to center the text like this. And after this, guys, we will have basically this simple form. So we will basically have a simple form here. So the method will be post here, and we will simply have the form group class, and we will have two things here. First will be the username label. We will just tell the user what to write here, and we will basically input type text, and we will also give basically a class name to it and a placeholder which is enter username, like this. And basically guys, we will repeat this for passwords, so we can simply rename this to password. And then we will have a basically a button, guys. So we will basically, this will be something as login, and we can give it a class of btn danger. So this will make a button here. So if you want to run your application, guys, now we can simply run it python app.py. So this will start your application at localhost 5000. So if you now open this, you will simply see a form, guys. Form validation is Flask. If you now run this, nothing will happen. It will say that didn't return a valid response. If you check the, so now we need to make that post request. So whenever we submit the form here like this, it's a post request. So basically we need to submit this post request. For doing this, guys, it's and also here we need to just put submit here, and so here we will basically get the information that the user has submitted inside the post request. We will get this information, which is username and password. Just create some space. So username we will get using the request module, request form username. So this is basically the name attribute, guys, which you have given. So make sure that you give the name attribute. So just put here username and password. Just give these name attributes. These are required. And similarly, we can get the password like this, request.form password. So after we get all these things, we need to construct a errors array here, guys, which will be empty by default. And here you will have if condition that if username is not available to us, then we need to append this error. You will use the append method, and we will simply say, please enter your username, like this. So this statement simply means that if the user forgot to enter username, then this condition will evaluate to true, and this statement will execute. And similarly, we will do this for the password as well. Append, please enter your password, like this. So after this, guys, now we will simply check if any of the errors are there. If errors variable contain a value, then this will evaluate to true, and in that case we need to render the template once again, which is login.html, and we will simply pass this errors as a data like this to this template. That's all. And in the else scenario, if no error is there, then we will simply render the template, and instead we will basically pass a success message, which can be, so here we can construct this success message as like this, login successful. So we can pass this as success message is equal to success message. That's all. So now we need to render out these values, guys. So simply go to login.html. Right here at the very top here, we will basically render out these Jinja2 template. So we have a syntax in Jinja2 in Flask. How basically we can do this is very similar to EJS in Node.js. So we have this curly brackets, and inside this percentage sign, and then we have a if condition. So if these errors exist like this that we are passing, And they also have basically this sorry, this needs to be surrounded in curly brackets, and they also have this endif block as well. So if you just want to endif like this, so in between this you will basically do this, write your HTML. So here we will basically have a alert class which will be alert danger, which will be in red color, and basically we will have a unordered list, and inside this write we will make a simple loop for error in errors, and like this, and for each error basically, let me just do that, we will basically have a li tag, and this also need to be closed. So like this we can close it, and for like this, and inside this li statement guys we can simply put the error in double curly brackets. That's all. So this is little bit awkward, the syntax, which is Jinja2 template. So this is the if statement here. It's checking basically what we are passing right here, which is in this errors variable. If this exists, in that case we need to execute this code, and then we are running a for each loop, and we are basically, this is kind of an array. You can see this is an array here. So we are looping through each value and displaying this error like this. And similarly, we need to have this if condition for the success message as well. So if the success message exists, in that case also we also need to do this. So we also need to end if. So in between these we can basically print out the success. This is bootstrap classes guys that we are giving right here, and basically inside double curly brackets we can simply success message. That's all. This is basically the application guys, and now if I try to reload this application, just run this. So once again we need to run this python app.py. So if I don't enter anything, you will see please enter your username, password. You can even customize these messages going to app.py. You can say please fill out like this. Just change these error messages. You can see if please fill out your username. If I enter the username but don't enter the password, you will see that if I enter the password, if I enter both the things, now this will statement login successful. So in this way guys, basically you can do form validation in Flask using Jinja2 template, and we have used some bootstrap for styling purposes. This is a very basic example. All the source code is given in the description of the video, and you can read the blog post and also copy paste the full source code. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next live stream. So thanks.